We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy, Tommy G, here with the first edition of the official March Madness Stay Cashin shows. We have the NIT today. We have a couple March Madness games. I am jacked up. I'm working on about 2.5 hours sleep. Was up for 14 and a half hours writing a 13,000 word, 64 team breakdown March Madness bracket Bible. There's one person in the company who does that, me, and there's one person in the company that doesn't do that, Bill. So Bill's going to make fun of me. I'm going to get him before he does it because he's claiming he's heard it from me multiple times already. And I think we all know that if Bill spent 14 hours writing an article, we would never stop hearing the end of it. Bill Rupp, ladies and gentlemen.
I've heard this about this article 45 times. I got a tweet. I got a fucking alert in the chat. I got you when you signed on before. When I called you on the phone, I got to take a nap. I'm writing 13,000 words.
Crazy.
I mean,
who does that?
I mean, I'm not even reading it. So
I know you're not reading it. He literally called me up, Evan, and asked me. I told him, I was like, yo, read the Michigan State write-up. It's really funny. Because I did a whole write-up. I posted it on Twitter, which no one probably read because it's just a screenshot of words, so they probably didn't read it. But the whole write-up's about girls in a bar and, you know, which type of girl you should fuck. And he's like, I told him, I was like, just read it. It's funny. I compared Davidson to like a goth chick and Michigan State to like a fat girl. And I did this whole thing about doing bumps under the table and which one I'm going to choose. And he's like, call me up and read it to me.
Bill, can you not read?
Who the fuck says that?
Why would I read when I don't have to?
Call me up and read it to me.
He called me up and he read it to me.
So I had to call him up and read it to him.
Oh, you actually did it?
Of course I actually did it. I fucking went and dropped the kid off a slope.
And then there's a thing on your phone where you could just hit it and it'll read the article to you.
Yeah, I said there's a thing on the phone. I just
discovered that on my iPhone a couple weeks ago.
That's such a
weird
thing.
You got the thing on your phone where your phone will read it to you. You said, I want to hear your voice.
Yep.
And I actually had to fucking call him up and read it to him.
Yeah, I'm not reading nothing.
And then at the end, he's like, oh, that's pretty good.
It was a nice little story. It wasn't too long. It was good. I'll give you that one, but I'm not reading 13,000 words.
No, you only have to read the one little picture. There was one.
I know, but the 13,000 word one, I'm not even going to have the girl on the computer read it to me. I'm just going to, why would I read it when you're just going to give me your plays?
Why don't we have, because people want to know why.
I don't.
I know you don't. Most people want to, I mean, they shouldn't because I'm the best in the world, but people want to know why. And I like to tell them why. Because you know what, Bill? When someone reads that piece of content, which I'm putting out for free for you fucking freeloaders, partially because I'm the best and I took a lot of time on it, so I want you to see it. And the other part is because it's just so much better than anything else that you're going to have that where you get a shit ton of signups from it. But, yeah, Bill, people like to fucking like say, oh, wow, I read this thing about why fucking Morgan State and this team in South Dakota State has a shot at beating this team. And then if they win, they could look smart in front of their friends. It's not just all about winning bets. It's also about looking smart in front of your friends, Bill.
I got you. If you say so.
You're not buying it, huh?
Not buying it.
The other part is it helps me because I could tell you every single fucking thing about every fucking team in the country. Remember yesterday you're on the phone, you're like, there's this one team that kills it from three. I'm like, South Dakota State. They shoot 44% from three. They're number one in efficiency scoring offense. They don't really play any defense, but they can fucking shoot with anyone. They're going to, you remember?
I remember.
Right. That's important. That's important.
I know. That's why I told it to you.
Yeah, that's important. That's why I told it to you. So we got a lot to talk about on the basic news, the hot topics front. We'll start there. Since we've been on the show, Tom Brady came out of retirement. Point, Tommy. Kyrie Irving is getting ejected out of stadiums. There's a lot of baseball signings, a lot going on. So, Evan Hand, kick us off with the Wheel O Fun and let us know what we're going to talk about first. And after that, we're going to go into a little bit of my March Madness. So I'll give a little preview. Tomorrow, we're going to do a lot more on March Madness, but I'm going to start it today. I might have a special guest on tomorrow to talk March Madness with me. We're going to give some NBA bets. We'll give our NHL bets. And who knows? Maybe Bill's got a fucking Korean soccer bet that pops up. You never know what this fucking idiot's going to be betting on.
Never know.
Evan Hand, ye of the witty TikToks at Stay Cashin show on TikTok. Please kick it off.
I think we have to start off backing off Tom Brady's unretirement, that he unretired 3 hours after this dude bought his last touchdown for $518,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean,
I love it.
I don't even know what I would do. Obviously, he's got the money to spend $518,000 on a football, but that's the value of that ball went from all the way up here just to literally just another
like
touchdown.
It's so awesome. I love it when that happens to people because you're a fucking idiot. If like that guy in my mind, we talked about it on Bill's Rupp and Racket show and on the Discord voice chat this weekend. But for me, I mean, I get so much enjoyment, Bill, out of seeing that happen because you got to be a fucking idiot to be paying $500,000 for a football from a guy who just watch Stay Cashin show. Just go back 10 weeks and you'll see me on here going, he ain't fucking retiring.
I'll look it up.
Retiring on a loss. What's that?
I'll look it up on our transcriber.
Yeah, go into transcriber. Tommy G, Tom Brady. Like if he would have just tuned in, he would have never bought it. See, this show can save you $500,000 if you just watch it.
We said too when we found out about that on actually I think I was the first one to break it. That news about
you broke the story.
Rupp and Rackets, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thrown into the stadium, and then there was 2 balls with Fournette and Brady, and the other one was worth 200, and Brady's worth $500,000.
Uh-huh.
And then we said to sell it right away.
Yeah.
And,
immediately.
The guy sold it minutes.
I mean,
before that, I mean, awesome.
You got retarded to fucking be selling that. I mean, who doesn't fucking wait? I mean, sell it immediately. The same thing we told everyone in our Discord, Bill, a year or so ago when they would get a Top Shot card for like $1,000. Remember Iconic and Rackets?
Immediately.
Pulled Top Shot and got a $1,500 card. We're like, sell. They're like, it's doubled in the last. Sell now. And then it was like $50 like a week later. But I mean, you just got to be retarded. Like certain people, like I believe in Darwinism. So people ask me what religion I am, Evan. I'm not Christian or Catholic or Jewish or atheist or I'm a Darwinist. I believe in Darwinism. That's the only thing I believe in. And I believe that the weak need to be wiped out. So every time you see some fucking idiot get fucking abused, I enjoy it. There's no part of me that feels bad for this guy at all. As if you got $500,000 to buy a piece of fucking leather, I don't feel bad for you to begin with, Evan.
It makes no sense to me, but I mean, I get sports collectors and stuff, but
yeah,
$518,000 and like people like this wasn't news, this wasn't speculation. Like people knew he might come out of retirement.
Right? You're stupid. Like, listen, if Brady was, retired for a year and a half or got in a car accident, we knew he wasn't coming back, whatever it was. We knew 100% he wasn't coming back to football.
Right.
Then sure, go spend $500,000 on it. Like, it's been investment. I get it. I love collectibles. Dude, you look around. I got fucking, I don't know if you can see up here, fucking Namath's autograph on that picture. All this art behind me. These are probably four grand each, these two. That one's probably $5. Well, I love art. I got fucking autographed Bo Jackson shit over there. I got a fucking autographed Tecmo Bowl game. I got an autographed Mike Tyson picture. I got all kinds of shit. But make sure the value is there. So that was just retarded, Bill. Retarded. Do you think anything gets done? Do you think Brady does anything? What do you think happens with this story to end it up?
I just think the guy's out of money. He just bought a bad. Listen, everyone buys bad deals. Happens all the time. You buy something and turns out to be not what you thought it was, or ends up, being worthless. Maybe a month down the line, your stock goes to shit. I mean, it's an investment, right? Just like any other investment. Why should his investment be protected? That one. Why should that investment be protected? If I bought $500,000 worth of fucking Tesla stock and fucking the batteries explode, on the cars and the stock's worth nothing, do I get a fucking money back?
Right.
No.
I don't think you should get $1 back. The transaction was made. The deal was done. He wasn't scammed.
No.
He was scammed.
Bro, there's always, like you said, Brady didn't break like a back. He didn't break his back. There was all talks about him coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an investment. Sometimes you're, like baseball cards. You bought a baseball card 30 years ago, it was worth, maybe millions. Now it might not be worth as much.
Listen,
it's an investment.
Shit like that happens all the fucking
Listen, Tom Brady may come back, get hurt in the preseason. He may break his knee. Yeah. And then that ball is worth $500,000 again. No one fucking knows.
$3 million because of the story around it.
Yeah, no one knows.
Yeah.
So it's still worth, you don't know what's going to happen.
People are just fucking retards. Like how everyone wants their fucking.
Brady's not doing anything for him.
Stop. Just fucking. You made a bad deal. End of story. You're a retard.
That's it.
You're a retard. If that guy came to me right now and said, "What do I do?" I said, "Fucking, you're a retard. Stop doing things. Stop just doing anything. Just don't do things."
I mean, it's an investment, just like any other investment in the world. I mean,
you know what? Because the honest truth is, and I'll tell you this, I guarantee you that ball was only going for $500,000 because 80% of people thought Brady may or will come back. I guarantee you, once it became official, 100% that Brady was retired, that ball goes for $1 million.
Well, what if
you probably got it wholesale because of the doubt of all the other investors? What
about if it was the other way around? What happens? Say you buy. We were talking about that guy Banksy, the artist, right? You sell a Banksy, right? And it's worth $1 million. The next day, Banksy dies. They find out who he is. He's dead. That's worth $2 million now.
Yeah.
Does the person who just sold it and lost out on $1 million he's screwed? He lost out on $1 million because he sold it a day before. You're not getting the money back.
There's a lot of people
paying you back. It's an investment. That's it. It's over.
There's a lot of people who, in the open market, bought Kobe stuff from people a day before his helicopter crashed.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what happens.
It's over. That's it.
Guess what? If Kobe would have fucking, caught a murder charge 2 weeks later, that card would have dropped in value.
You know what? If Brady did anything and gave that guy money or whatever, that would just set a precedent for any athlete in the world when their fucking shit drops for them to pay the people.
And Brady ain't doing it.
He ain't doing shit, bro.
They don't take care of rich people.
They
do it for a kid, maybe. He ain't doing it for some guy.
It's just a good story. The guy lost out. Nothing's going to happen. He's out of money unless
listen, if that guy were fucking smart, he could monetize this for $500,000 anyway. Fucking hire me or Evan, and we'll figure out a way to make this story worth $500,000. You can be a part of a documentary. You can fucking do some shit on the internet. It's easy to turn that story into $500,000 and make that back.
Send me an email. We'll get it going.
Yeah, tell me if you get a hold of that guy, tell me email Evan Hand, and Evan will make a cool TikTok video and point at stuff.
Still a ball that was supposed to be his last thrown ball, so it's worth more than $200.
Yeah. Sure. So what else we got up there? Hey?
I'm thinking how the Jaguars are still going to be a poverty franchise after they spent $40 million in the first day and they really didn't get any huge names.
Hold on, say that. Go to Bill here. Let me just set this up.
I mean, me and Tommy spoke about it today. They just paid the third highest money to a wide receiver. And he's fucking shit.
Yeah.
He's not shit, but he's not fucking great.
But
I mean, it's insane. They're spending money like they're on the wrong people. Listen, there's not a lot of good players in the NFL anymore. That's just basically what it comes down to. Kirk Cousins is getting signed all this money, and the guy's average.
Yeah.
He's average.
And
that's why there even talks about Kaepernick coming back or whatever. They're pulling at strings for anybody to be good in the NFL, especially at quarterback. There's not a lot of good quarterbacks, not a lot at all. Maybe there's 10 in the league that are that do excel at their job. The rest of them are just fucking trash.
Like mid-tier.
These guys teams are gonna pay money for these guys.
Well, I mean, as a Jets fan, the Jets did it right, though. We got C.J. Uzomah, Laken Tomlinson, and re-signed Braxton Berrios for like $26 million. And then the Jags signed 3 guys, too, but they paid like $31 million. So obviously there's a problem in the front office.
I thought it was a joke.
And the best signing so far, I've heard, is Koo. Falcons signed Koo, 5 years, $24 million.
He's automatic.
Lock him up. Having a kicker is huge. And now they're saying the Falcons might get Deshaun Watson. They're a fucking sleeper on him. He's new. I don't know what they're going to do with Matt Ryan. Who knows?
It might be time to move on.
Going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that.
I mean, the Christian Kirk situation is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. Is that the craziest contract you've ever seen in your fucking life?
Yeah, he's the third highest player played wide receiver in football now.
First of all, you don't pay wide receivers. That's number one, especially if their name's Christian Kirk. Like, he's not even. He wasn't even he was the third best wide receiver on his own team. I would have fucking.
Now he's the third highest paid in football.
What?
Now he's the third highest paid in football.
And you got fucking the Jaguars got nothing. Like
nothing.
What do they have to build? Like they're one wide receiver away from a Super Bowl. The fucking team had 3 wins. Go get some linemen, some linebackers, and fucking protect your fucking franchise quarterback. Get a fucking running back. Get some other shit. Like
they just released Miles Jack.
What?
They just released Miles Jack today after they're spending their best linebacker, probably like a Pro Bowl linebacker in the future. They released.
It's fucking unbelievable. So someone in the chat's asking Colts quarterback thoughts and opinions. Honestly, just to fuck rackets, I hope it's no one. I hope they get stuck, though. Rackets is just like, oh, thank God we got Winter Wentz, even though he was fucking all in Carson Wentz fucking last year. Like, we can win a Super Bowl, Carson Wentz. And now he's like, thank God we didn't get Trubisky. We didn't want it. So he's like, everyone who goes somewhere is like kind of shitty. He's like, thank God we didn't get them. I'm dying to see the Colts get stuck.
Bro, there's like a few things.
Nothing.
Like, what's the Colts gonna do? What's the Pittsburgh gonna do? Like
Pittsburgh just signed. Who is it? Pittsburgh just signed Trubisky.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, so at least,
but he's not a starter.
I actually, shockingly, I'm the only person in America with this. I think that's a great fit for Trubisky, and I think it's a great fit for the Steelers. Honestly, I know no one believes it. I know no one wants to get behind it, but you do have to remember that Trubisky was in a completely horrible situation over there in Chicago. That's literally, you got a retarded coach, a retarded organization, and they just made him a pocket passer. So, I'm curious. I personally do not hate Trubisky. So I don't hate the move. They literally made the playoffs with a fucking crippled fat guy last year. So it's not like he's an upgrade over Ben. So they should still be good. Is it what they wanted? Probably not. But a team like the Colts needs to go get someone good because that team could win a Super Bowl right now. If they would have got Russell Wilson, they're winning a Super Bowl with Jonathan Taylor and that defense. Like they were like one big player. If they're Deshaun Watson or bust right now. If that team doesn't land Deshaun Watson, if Deshaun Watson even went somewhere already, I wasn't even paying attention because I was writing a 15-hour article, Bill. So I really haven't been keeping up with things. I don't know if I told you that. But did Watson sign anywhere yet?
No. Now I told you. Now the Falcons are in the mix for him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So if the Colts don't land Watson, it's what? Jimmy Garoppolo land anywhere yet?
Nope.
So yeah, those are the only two. So it's Garoppolo or Watson. They're gonna have to land one of those two. I'm so happy baseball's back because I really don't give a shit about any of this football stuff.
It's fucking getting annoying. All these shows talking about football.
Well, that's the beauty of it, dude. We've had so many long conversations in the Discord on the voice chats the last few nights just about baseball. Just so fucking awesome just to talk baseball again. So excited to have that back. But
what about go talk about baseball?
I was gonna say, speaking of baseball, what do you want to talk about there?
What about Freddie Freeman? Where's he going?
I thought he was staying with Atlanta. That's the one thing I've gotten wrong in the last 7 years. So
Atlanta just signed today. $168 million. They
Olsen
signed Olsen for. So
yeah, I don't think that was a good move. I Freeman. I think they should have given the house to Freeman and tried to keep him. But I'm not as big an Olsen guy as anyone else. But I'll tell you what, he's not going to the Yankees. I'm telling you that. He ain't going to the Yankees. I know the Yankee fans are going crazy over it. We need Freddie Freeman. I think we're good with Rizzo. I love the trade the Yankees made, getting Donaldson and Kiner Falefa for fucking Gary Sanchez and Urshela. I fucking hate everything the Yankees have done lately. I was jerking off on our voice chat when that happened. Gary Sanchez is straight fucking AIDS. He is straight HIV on that team. To get him off that team and get players in return was the greatest thing in the history of the world.
If he was hitting, that would make his bad catching be overlooked.
You want to bat 260 and fucking hit 30 homers? Then fine. You bat 180 and hit 20? No, out of here.
Go on endless slumps. They seemed to last forever. Like,
just be lazy and
oh, for 25.
Pop-ups drop next to you, not running to first base. Like, bro, you're the catcher. You're supposed to be the hardest worker, hustler, heart of the team, and you're jogging to first and getting benched because of it. Like, well, fuck that dude. He's so bad, Garrett Cole wouldn't even pitch to him. Like, when your ace doesn't even want to pitch to him, you know you got a fucking problem there. So I think by just getting rid of Sanchez, even if they keep Higashioka, you don't need fucking 9 studs in a lineup. You can have a weak bat in the lineup. Even if they just keep Higashioka and find someone else or trade for some small catcher to platoon them with, dude, fucking every pitcher's ERA just went up half a run, went down half a run. So it's the only time you can get rid of one player and make 15 guys better. So they just made the whole pitching staff better, and they got Donaldson, who's great. He's a leader that we need. We need a angry, fucking tough, badass leader. And Kiner Falefa, me and Ghost love. Ghost actually, what did Ghost do in the morning? Ghost went like full, like from the future in the morning on that.
Yeah, he said he wanted him. He said the Yankees didn't sign him, and then the Yankees got him like 8 hours later.
Yeah, he was all pissed off that the Yankees didn't sign Kiner Falefa, and then the Yankees traded for Kiner Falefa. So, and I like him too. I think he's a great utility player. Not to mention, Kiner Falefa plays catcher. I don't think a lot of people know that.
Well, so according to Carlos Baerga, like I said on Up in Rackets, he says that Freddie Freeman is going to Toronto.
Going to where?
Going to Toronto. So, and Baerga was the one who broke Simeon going there. Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah.
And he's saying that, and Freeman has ties in Canada. Like, he was born in California.
I don't think he's vaccinated though.
Moved there. I don't know. I think that would have came out already though.
I don't think he doesn't look like he is.
There's a lot of talk about him going to Toronto now. The story's picking up steam, so I think that would have came out.
He's got an unvaccinated face.
Well, we spoke about this on Up in Rackets, how big of an edge Toronto has.
That's what I was just going to get to. So explain to people.
You know, the Yankees and Boone even said it's a big issue. If you're not vaccinated.
By the way, hold on. I have it right here. So from 3 days ago on Fansided, Atlanta Braves legend Chipper Jones, blah, blah, blah. Vaccine. Hold on. Where's Freeman? I just saw it here. He's known as the closest to Freddie Freeman. A little frustrated. I don't think this is it. I thought I had an article that Freeman wasn't vaccinated. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, so Boone said it's a big issue. If you're not vaccinated, you can't go into Canada. So that means supposedly, I'm not 100% sure, Judge and Stanton aren't vaccinated. So you could work if you made the playoffs or say something and you had to go to Toronto, you could work out your lineup, your pitching order around home and away, but you can't work taking 2 middle of the order bats out of your lineup for, 3 or possibly 4 games. I mean, that's crazy.
It's such a tremendously
huge
gigantic edge
for Toronto throughout the year. There's 12% of baseball who's not vaccinated.
Which is honestly probably 30%. I guarantee that number.
And as you said yesterday, Tampa Bay might be the biggest team who's not vaccinated.
So listen, there's a profile. There's a profile for unvaccinated athletes, if you've noticed, especially in baseball. If you notice, it's a lot of the Latino and a lot of the white players. You're seeing a lot of that. Like if you look at the Yankees, Aaron Judge is unvaccinated. Giancarlo Stanton is unvaccinated, supposedly. You look at the Red Sox, it's Xander Bogaerts is unvaccinated. Dahlbach is unvaccinated. Who were the other two? Kike Hernandez is unvaccinated, and Chris Sale is unvaccinated. So you're looking at out of that mix, just those 2 teams, 6 white guys, 6 Spanish guys. If you look at the white alpha male population is probably the lowest route. The alpha male, not the white beta bitches. White alpha male population is probably the lowest vaccination rate. And that's the whole Tampa Bay Rays team. So I would imagine there's definitely at least a few Rays that aren't vaccinated. And who knows on Baltimore. So, I mean, you're literally getting to play, if the Stanton Judge news is correct, just on the Red Sox and the Yankees alone, in Tampa and in Toronto, 8 games a year, you're getting home games without Stanton and Judge. And you're getting to play no Chris Sale against Boston, no Xander Bogaerts, no Kike Hernandez, no Dahlbach. That's 3 starters and an ace. 8 times you play that team. Like that's a lot, dude. That's fucking They only play 160 games, 162 games. 8 games is 5% of your season. And the guys don't get paid, Bill.
Yeah.
When I saw the players don't get paid for those games.
Well, did you see? So talking about the vaccine and the same thing, the whole Kyrie Irving thing, like you said, is just complete insanity in this part of the country. I don't know. It's not like that. It may not be that. People may not know what's going on in other parts of the country about Kyrie, but it's complete insanity. And the mayor had a thing the other day, a speech where he was there and someone started heckling him. Let Kyrie play. Let Kyrie play. And then he was getting a little nervous. And he's like, he's like, let Kyrie play. And he goes, Kyrie can play if he gets the shot.
Yeah.
And then, so like, bro, Tommy, someone figure this out for me, because he could go to the arena and watch the games, but he can't play. And somebody else who's not vaccinated, you're not vaccinated, you could sign with the Nets or the Knicks today and play. You could sign with Philly. You're not vaccinated. You could sign with Philly, go to the fucking Garden and play tonight. Makes no sense.
I love it.
How is that possible?
I love it because
but Kyrie Irving's allowed in. He's allowed to sit front row. He can't sit on the bench, but he can sit front row, one spot away from the players.
Yep, that's fine.
He can't go in the locker room.
You mind the players that he was just in the locker room with and playing basketball with the day before. And those fans. Those fans, Bill.
The biggest issue is the Nets only have 4 away games left. They have 11 home games, 15 games, 4 away games. Tonight is one of them. Mm-hmm. That's huge. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Durant is finally speaking out because Kevin Durant has to play his ass off to get a win against the Knicks.
Yeah.
He's got to score 50 and shoot more shots than he's ever shot in his whole life in order to get a win against the Knicks.
By 2. Right.
I mean, This is insane, bro. The Nets, it's a totally different team when Kyrie and Durant are together. Like, you have a championship team to like an 8 seed.
You know what we call this, Bill?
Difference.
You know what we call this? We call this your red pill moment. Welcome to the Garden.
The playoffs in the NBA are going to be very interesting. Okay. I told you a little while before, watch out for Cat. He had, 60 last night?
Yeah.
That team is good, man. Going to get a lot of surprises in this league, and I'm scared for the Nets of where they end up. You said don't worry about it. This Kyrie thing is going to be a big problem for them.
No, it isn't. So conspiracy, first of all, we have to find out if the fine thing is real.
I don't think it is. They would have paid it, Tommy. They paid it.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
I don't think it's real.
I don't think it's real. You're not going to – if the fine thing is real, which everyone's talking about it on Stephen A. Smith.
Well, I think it's a fake story.
That doesn't make it real because Stephen A. Smith was reporting shit from Ballsack Sports the other day. But the about Kyrie, actually. So if the fine thing is real, they wouldn't do it now. They're going to wait until playoffs start.
I don't think it is.
Because you don't want to give a runway to the media and the mayor to change policy. You would never do it now because then the mayor it's going to take a few weeks to get a policy put in place. If the mayor got pissed off and wanted to change the policy, he could do it before the playoffs start. So you wouldn't take that chance now. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right the day of.
Well, let's say the playoffs start tomorrow, right?
Right.
And you're a team that's playing the Nets. You're playing the Nets first round. You come out, you're in Brooklyn. You see Kyrie walk out with his uniform on. He's not supposed to be there. Your team is 100% vaccinated. Uh-huh. Wouldn't you make a big deal out of it? Whoa, wait a minute. This guy's not supposed to be here. He's not supposed to be playing. You don't think the coach is going to say that this guy's not supposed to be here? What the hell's going on?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, he's going to make a big deal out of it.
He can make whatever deal he wants. Doesn't matter.
Tommy, I don't think that that's real. I think that he will be the legal claw. I think he'll be escorted off the court. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, dude, we got to find out if that fine thing is real. But even if it's not, my conspiracy theory brain said yesterday, why did all of a sudden Kyrie Irving appear in a locker room? That seemed odd, right? Do the Evan hand. So why all of a sudden did Kyrie Irving appear in a locker room? and the Nets eat a $50,000 fine for the first time all year. Why didn't he go on a lot? You know why? Why did they not say, hey, Kyrie, we'll meet you after the game. We'll go grab a bite to eat? I think it's because the Nets realize that most of the country doesn't know what the fuck's going on with Kyrie Irving. Unless you're a hardcore sports fan or a gambler or a hardcore Nets fan, you know, the average sports fan in fucking Denver doesn't know what the fuck. They may know something. They know he's not vaccinated, but they don't know they don't know fucking that all the details that he's allowed in the stadium and he's allowed in the seats. Like, I guarantee they don't know that. So what if the Nets realized no one was speaking up player-wise, no one was calling this shit out, they needed to put a spotlight on it, so they get Kevin Durant to fucking start chirping finally to get it on the news, and then they tell Kyrie, come in the locker room. Go. Who gives a fuck? We'll pay the fine, because now this fine is going to be put on TMZ, and we're going to send this story global. And now people like Bill Rupp are going to start screaming at the top of their lungs over how ridiculous this is. And that will cause people to put pressure on Mayor Adams, and maybe he'll just fucking change the rule.
Like, but just think about it. Who's going to stop him? So he's at home. He's in Brooklyn, sitting not on the bench, sitting in the actual paid seat stands. Gets off of his chair, follows the rest of the team like he's Tommy G, just getting out of the front row and just walking right into the Nets fucking thing. I mean, I don't understand. That's fucking stupid.
It's fucking
so
awesome.
Stupid.
Listen,
So
I love
stupid.
chaos with hypocrisy. You know, I hated the mask from the beginning, never wore it. And everyone used to say, Bill used to say, why don't you just wear it? I go, because it doesn't make sense. I'm not doing things that don't make sense. Because once you start allowing the government to make you do things that don't make sense, they don't just do that one thing. They keep going. Picture the government as an abusive boyfriend. If you're going to tell your boyfriend, if you're a hot chick and you go out with your girlfriends and he says, I want you to call me every half hour on FaceTime so I can see where you are. And you do that and you set that precedent, guess what? That's what you're now his slave for that. And if you ever don't do that, you're fucked. So I don't believe in compliance at all. And this all started with the dumb masks. It all started with the dumb social distancing. It all started with the dumb vaccine. You get the vaccine, you're going to be fine. But he didn't get the vaccine, so your vaccine isn't going to work. So your vaccine's not going to work unless he gets it. And get another shot. And now we're here. So I love it because the dumber and more retarded it gets, the more attention it brings to how fucked up our government is. So I think the bottom line is Kyrie will be playing in the playoffs. Toronto is quite the issue. They're going to have a little advantage because it's probably not just Kyrie that's unvaccinated. I'm curious to see what other players can't make that trip to Canada. That was kind of how people found out I went to jail, Bill, because FanDuel did a qualifier in Canada and felons aren't allowed there. So I didn't go to the live final, and everyone was like, what, did you get arrested before? It was like 10 years ago. But I'm curious to see what other players aren't vaccinated that don't go there too. But Nets will be fine. They're gonna it doesn't even matter as long as they're not the bottom 2 seed where they're one and done. As long as they're 7 or 8, they're fine.
So I have one more thing before we get to the picks. So we saw Draymond Green come back last night. Didn't start, didn't play his full load. Obviously, he hasn't been in there for a while. I thought that issue, I still think that issue is lingering. I don't know if he's going to make it the whole way, which I hope he does because they're awesome. He is a true difference maker on that team.
Yeah.
And probably the most underrated player in the NBA right now.
I said he was the most underrated player on our Discord in NBA history.
I mean,
in the history of the NBA, he's the most underrated.
I took his assists yesterday, 4.5. He came out, he had 3 in the first quarter. I mean, and he even hit a 3 yesterday. He is so underrated. So if you're the Warriors right now, there's only two places you can get. You can either be 2 or 3.
Look at Shiva posting your winners in the chat, Bill.
Nice.
Go on.
2 or 3 you could be, right now. So you're either going to play the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. Who do you want to play?
I don't really follow these fucking idiots. I don't know. I guess I would rather play the Nuggets.
Would you rather play Cat or would you rather play Jokic?
They're both trash.
Really? Guy's MVP of the league last year.
No. The players are good. The teams are trash. Both their teams are trash.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to play Cat right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about any one player.
All I think is Draymond's going to make a huge is a huge difference. He's very underrated.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that. That team's garbage without Darren.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. And that's not new. That's even when they had Durant.
And,
that team's
and,
always
and,
been the heart and soul. It's
Steph,
always been
Steph is probably the most overrated player.
Oh, welcome aboard.
And Draymond is the most underrated player.
The fuck is that? Was literally just wasn't it on this show, Evan? I was arguing with this kid about Steph Curry.
I mean, I told you I make up my mind by results and what I see. And I'm betting Steph Curry every night for his threes because they keep lowering it. The other day he scored like 8 points. He didn't want to shoot, but he is going like 5 for 15.
Because he sucks.
Yeah, he's not as good as he used to be. He's very erratic. Gonna be a problem for that.
You just told me Steph Curry is overrated after how much.
Yeah, he's not. Listen, I can only say what I see, and now I see it. I'm a results guy, Tommy. Results oriented. I mean, I like to see what happens, and then I make up my mind.
For 4 years, I've been telling you Steph Curry is overrated, and it took you one night to change your mind.
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
yes.
I've been changing my mind slowly over the past few weeks.
Yeah. Then you watch the All-Star game.
I wanted to make sure that I was right before I said anything. And now I'm.
And then Steph will drop 48 tomorrow, and you'll be like, "Oh,
and
Steph
tomorrow
Curry."
I'll say he's the best player in the world. So.
You're so fucking annoying. I can't.
All right.
Steph Curry's overrated. I'm gonna punch you so hard in the face. You're right in the face.
All right, so what do we got? There's only 4 NBA games tonight. There's really nothing.
In your stupid fucking face.
I mean, the Nets are huge favorites over Orlando.
Talk some college basketball. They don't give a fuck about the Nets in Orlando. So we are talking a little March Madness here. Tomorrow's show is going to be predominantly March Madness. I'm not going to give you everything because what did I do last night, Bill?
Your 13,000 word article.
Why would I give it all here, right? Why am I going to just verbally dump it here? I'll make you read it. But I will have the article be out. You'll be able to check it out. You can come in here tomorrow, ask some questions. I'll fire them away.
Did you give the article out for free?
I'm giving the article out for free, yes. The article, because it doesn't have bets in it. It's just a breakdown of every team and what you need to know about each team. So you could take this. I'm not giving my exact bracket out either. That's to the subscribers. And the futures bets, I'll probably put a couple futures bets in it. And I'll give a couple futures bet on here. But all the hardcore bets are going to be, on the website for the subscribers. But yeah, I figured I'd dump the whole thing.
Have you identified some major upsets like I have?
I have identified many major upsets. I mean, you know me, Bill, first of all. I have fucking 13 seeds going to the Final Four every year. So the problem is when you study the small schools as much as I do, you fall in love with them. So like everyone else.
Your bracket's going to be very bad.
Oh, my bracket's going to be completely different than yours.
Yeah.
There's no chance. There's no chance anyone is going to have a bracket like mine. I mean, I think it's probably physically impossible.
Do you have Gonzaga in the Final Four?
No.
Then your bracket's done. It's done. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like just the difference is like you're sitting here looking at people who are like South Dakota State and they're going to get killed. And I'm sitting here going, bro, they got Wilson Shireman. These guys shoot fucking 48 and 42% from three. Like, I know the fucking like fourth best player on like South Dakota State. Like, so it's hard when I see like a shitty fucking Michigan team or a Big Ten team that I know is fucking trash. And then I see this hot, sexy team that's playing them like Colorado State versus Michigan. Everyone's probably going to be on Michigan. Bro, Colorado State is probably the number one team in all of college basketball in offensive efficiency. And Michigan's a bunch of fucking retards. So Michigan should get dumped by this team. You look at some of these, matchups. I'll just pull the bracket up here. I mean, there's some matchups where these things are like Colgate is not going to get blown out by Wisconsin. I'm sorry. Like Colgate may beat Wisconsin. There's a lot of opportunities here for underdogs this year where I really think this is going to be a lot of fun. I got my notes here. I got pages full of notes. So I'll give you a little high-level overview. It looks like, Bill, Arizona, Gonzaga. I would say who's the chalk coming out of that one? Gonzaga. I would say most people I don't know if people are going to take Baylor. That's an interesting one. I think a lot of people probably have Purdue.
Doesn't Baylor have a big injury?
Baylor's whole team.
Play?
Baylor's whole team's banged up, but yeah, one of their studs got hurt last game. He's got an ankle injury. And then I think out of the Midwest, you're going to see a lot of Iowa. Shockingly, I think that's the sexy team for everyone to make go far. I'm not. I probably won't have any of those guys in the Final Four, but I will tell you this. I'll give you one little hint. I got UCLA winning the fucking Natty.
Listen, I just told you, and I didn't even know you had them there, that I saw Johnny Juzang, whatever his fucking name is, as player of the tournament for plus 5,500 on FanDuel.
I mean, damn.
A guard who could shoot. They were there last year, plus 5,500. And that other guy you were saying, he's plus, what, 11,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're two players. They're two best players, plus 5,500, plus 11,000 for a team that could make it to the Final Four easily.
And Bill, since you're red-pilled now, you do realize there's a conspiracy theory.
No, I don't want to hear about that color shit.
Yeah, the Ukraine colors, UCLA.
So stupid.
UCLA, you never know.
Stupid.
Never know. But
yeah, they're gonna make it there because they're colors of Ukraine, not because they're real good.
Well, they're like plus 5,000 to go there. They're not a favorite at all, so you can't say anything this year. Like,
weren't they preseason ranked like number 2 in the country?
Yeah, so is Michigan was preseason ranked 4.
Yeah, but they're not.
Does that matter now?
But UCLA just battled Arizona last week.
All right. Well, what are the odds? Find me someone else with UCLA to win it all outside of me.
Well, you're wrong. They're not going to win it all.
There you go. So if they win it all, you got to fucking say, "Oh, suck me off."
You don't even know who I have yet.
I don't care who you have.
Why? I'm going to win the 10 million bracket. Yeah. My bracket's perfect.
Bill's going to win the 10 million, Evan. By the way,
perfect. I have a perfect bracket.
How do you know?
So I know.
If you have a perfect bracket, you need to tell me who you have.
No.
I want to know if it's perfect. That's fucked up.
You'll see my plays as they come out.
UCLA is plus 3,500 to win the championship. Same team as last year. So another thing I like. So I like Baylor, but I don't think they're going to get there. Here's the problem with UCLA. The problem's going to be Indiana. I think Indiana beats Wyoming. I think Indiana's a very good team.
So I'll give you guys. Go ahead, Tommy.
So Indiana's going to be a tough one, but I think they run through any of the other two teams. I'm actually more worried. I think UCLA either gets to the third weekend or gets knocked out in the first weekend. I don't think there's anything in the middle. I think they run through UNC, Marquette, Baylor, and Norfolk if they play them.
So if you guys want a good way to make a little bit of extra money,
sign up at 4dbets.com. That's 4dbets.com. Promo code.
That is pretty good. 4dbets.com. I got 2 promo codes now: RUP45 and RUP MLB. So
it's posted 2 promo codes, Evan. I'm like, what are you doing? Pick one.
I mean,
what is the rapid?
Ghost every day. Ghost says we got another one. So I'm what the fuck.
Use one of them.
So do a bet, but you have to go to the actual brick and mortar place. You have to go to FanDuel or go to whatever book you have. Get a ticket of futures. Buy a bunch of futures on teams, and then you can always sell them on Prop Swap when you get to the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16 or whatever the fuck else. Like a big favorite wins in the first round or a big dog wins in the first round. You have them going to like wherever the fuck to win it all. You could always sell that on Prop Swap on a ticket. Great way to make money. I bought a lot of them last year. None of them, it didn't pan out because I waited too long to sell. But do it. I know a lot of people will make a lot of money that way.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing to do for sure. And I see some people in the chat saying, I thought Tommy just said Kentucky. Yeah, it's in my article that up until a week ago, I was Kentucky. As Bill Rupp always says, I have plays in for Kentucky. I got a parlay with the fucking Nets in Kentucky to win the. I still have Kentucky as my second favorite, but Kentucky and UCLA are going to play each other if that happens. So you're going to see them both fucking collide in the Elite 8. So I still am keeping all my Kentucky stuff in. I'm not cashing out of it. I just don't like what I've seen. I don't like what I've seen out of Kentucky lately. Calipari teams always get better as the year has gone on. So 2 months ago when I was all in Kentucky and a month ago when I was all in, I'm assuming that they're going to get better. I'd probably overestimated the fact that this team is a lot older than the normal Calipari team. And it's really not Calipari making his teams better. It's just that he's always got 5 freshmen, so they naturally get better with time. So I actually am a little bit lower on Kentucky. I don't like the way they're officiating Shibwe in big games. Seems like every fucking big game, Shibwe gets in foul trouble, like what just happened to him in the tournament. And Ty Washington's just been disappearing. The kid's a superstar. That's he's a top 10 pick in the draft. And he's just disappears for 10-minute stretches in big games. So I'm a little lower on them right now. I don't like what I've seen. So I've actually moved UCLA, who I had as like my third favorite, ahead of them. But I still like Kentucky. So if you have the Kentucky stuff in, if you have the Kentucky Nets parlay, bro, you could do the fucking UCLA Nets parlay for like fucking $1. And plus 3,500, you probably get like plus $1 million on that. So
they're the perfect team to buy a ticket on, and to maybe sell it on prop swap later. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, all you need to do is that these teams get a couple rounds. I'll tell you what, I'll give you some teams that I like coming out of each round. I'll give you a couple notes out of each round. So the Midwest, I like Kansas, and I wasn't really high on Kansas. They just have a cakewalk. They're playing a play-in game, and then they go San Diego State, Creighton. Should walk to next weekend. And then you have Iowa, Richmond. I'm telling you fucking guys, now you got Iowa in the Final Four. They may not make it to the weekend.
Not Bill Rupp.
Richmond's better than you think. South Dakota State, Providence, another one. The bottom of that bracket is fucking dog shit. It's the biggest joke ever. Auburn sucks. They're fucking garbage. We bet money line against them on every one of their losses this year. They get fucking Miami, USC, Colgate, Wisconsin, Iowa State, and LSU as all the teams. And they don't get one good team in there. So the whole fucking bottom sucks. Wisconsin's playing at home. Someone fucking make sense of that. They shouldn't even be a 3 seed, and they get a fucking home game.
Don't overlook Colgate.
I was all in Colgate until it was in Milwaukee. So that's going to fuck it up a little bit. But yeah, this bottom portion of the bracket, take your chances here. Like, don't not take chances because none of those fucking teams are winning anything. I think it's LSU that's going out. The East, you're looking at UCLA, Baylor, UNC, Indiana, Marquette. You got a lot of name brand schools in there. Even St. Mary's name brand now. So really, it's just Akron and Norfolk that are the only kind of no names in there. So, I mean, a lot can happen there. Even these bad schools. I mean, would you be floored, Bill, if UNC made it to the Elite Eight?
There's a possibility I might have them in one of my brackets.
So, I mean, listen, I wouldn't be floored if they lost by 20 in the first round or made it to the Elite Eight.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty open. I mean, the bottom of that bracket, Kentucky is in a good spot. Love Murray State. Purdue can get knocked off by anyone. Vatech can be in the Elite Eight. So that bracket's pretty wide open. We'll go more in detail in the article. In the West, Gonzaga's in a weird spot for me. It's a very frustrating spot because I want to knock them off, as you know, because every year they're the New York Mets of the NCAA tournament. They're the Naomi Osaka of the NCAA tournament. Every year, everyone forgets last year, right? Every year, everyone forgets that every year they're the 1 seed, and every year they don't win the championship.
They lost
it's
in
literally the easiest bet to make in the world.
Lost in the finals.
It doesn't matter. They don't win the championship. So in this situation, yeah, I could see them getting to the Final Four because the bracket's easy. It's a joke. The West is a fucking embarrassment. But the one team I really like that could beat them.
Don't even stop fucking saying it.
It's Memphis.
Uncle Danny and Bobby.
It's not Uncle Danny. I've been on Memphis all year. I was on Memphis last year. I said they could have won. Memphis could have won the national championship last year.
Your whole crazy, insane family's on that stupid team.
Dude, Memphis can beat them. Memphis can beat them. For 100%. Memphis can also lose by 30 to Boise.
Gonzaga beats them by 30. If Memphis gets to them, then we could talk.
I'm telling you. Memphis can beat them. Memphis can beat them. Memphis can win the championship. Memphis is that good.
Okay.
And they're also retarded. So they could lose to anybody. I'm telling you, Bill. Memphis can beat them. So I'm making a decision there, because I mean I'd love to have Memphis at the bottom of the bracket where Arkansas is, so that I could have them go through and get a few rounds of Gonzaga before they're knocked off. Because if I get them knocked out early and they don't go out, everyone else is just compiling points after points after points, round after round, and that could really fuck you up. So I made a final decision on that. Bottom of the bracket's dog shit. How do you stick Duke, who's trash, in a fucking section with Michigan State, Davidson, Montana State, Texas Tech's 3-8 on the road. 3-8 on the road. And they're going to play 6 road games. Like, fuck are they beating? Rutgers, Notre Dame play-in game, and Alabama, who hasn't been good since December. How is that the section Duke's in? They're just sucking K's dick.
Yeah, they're giving Gonzaga a road.
They basically built this bracket to just go Gonzaga Duke. That's what they did. And I hope it doesn't happen. And then in the South, it's Arizona. I love this Houston team. I love that whole conference. I feel like SMU got fucked. I love Memphis and I love Houston. I feel like they're all underseeded. On the bottom of it, Tennessee, Villanova. That's going to be a big one for me. Those are two teams I have in the top 6 teams in all of college basketball. So that's going to be a tough call. So that's kind of the teams that I like. I'll talk a little deeper on the upsets. You'll have to read the article to get all the goodies, but we'll handle some questions tomorrow. Bill, give me some NBA bets, and then let me give a college basketball bet or two here first. There's 2 games today, Texas Southern and Indiana. Love both these spots for both these teams. Texas Southern actually is a pretty decent team. They're a little weighted on the money line. I'm not taking fucking 3 or 4 points because I'm not retarded. They had a pretty tough early season schedule. They beat Florida by 15 early in the year, Texas Southern. They hung in there with a couple other, shittier name brand teams like Washington, lost to St. Mary's by 9. It's a good school. They don't really have many bad losses. So I like Texas Southern in this game. CC doesn't do much offensively. There's really nothing there. So I'm just going to money line parlay Texas Southern and Indiana. Right now I'm looking at it. If you take both those teams and parlay them, you are looking at, hold on, I think it's plus 136, Bill. Do you see it up there? Southern, Indiana, plus 138. So Texas, Southern, Indiana. I think Indiana does away with Wyoming. Wyoming's a good defensive team. They like to pound the post. That's all they do is just pound the post. And you're not going to do that against fucking Indiana because they have fucking one of the best post players in the country. So I think Indiana does what Wyoming does. They just do it better. So Indiana and Texas Southern parlay. Keep in mind, guys, you need to sign up for 4 Deep Bets immediately because not only are we doing all the shows and live Discords and chats, and not only are we up 120 units from last week, I had a run where I hit 23 straight bets after fucking 3:30 p.m. Over the course of 2 days. But NIT is beginning today, and no one's talking about that. And these are all my favorite teams. So I love a lot of these NIT games that are taking place tomorrow is the big one. I really love the NIT games tomorrow. But there's some great opportunity to bet these teams like Belmont and Xavier and a lot of these teams that didn't get in the tournament. So I'm going to have a ton of plays for the subscribers on the NIT. The first play that I'll give you guys is Dayton minus 115. Dayton minus 115. Evan, if you want to throw that on there. That's an NIT game I like today for 7 o'clock. The only concern there is that Dayton's really pissed off because they got snubbed. But I think a school like Dayton isn't going to be going that crazy that they didn't get in. So I could see Dayton coming out and motivated and really moving it. But the NIT is really easy, and the CBI tournament and all these tournaments, they get really easy after day 1. So once these teams play a game and you watch them, it's night and day. Because the thing you're handicapping right now is, does that team want to be there? Are they just miserable and just mailing it in? So that's always tough to get behind the mindset of a player. But after you see a game, like I saw last year at Memphis, Bill, I watched Memphis come out and just they were playing like it was the national championship. And we just slammed double max betting Memphis every single game with the future. And we made a lot of money off it. So by the weekend, we're going to be locked in on the NIT, not just the NCAA. And then, Bill, we do women's too. Me and you do women's college basketball.
Yes, we do.
So we have it all. I mean, we're going to be banging everything, not just fucking shit here, this dumb, who's the team playing today? We're going to have it all, baby pop. So that's it for college basketball today. Hit Dayton, hit the 2-team parlay. And, guys, I'm going to have a bunch more plays for you guys in the chat that are subscribers. Bill, what do you got in NBA?
There's only 4 games today, so there's not a lot. Like I said yesterday, it was clean sweep in the NBA. 5-0, including
5-0, Bill Rupp. 5-0,
including
Bill Rupp. Better. Rupp 45. Rupp 45.
Including the Draymond Green, I gave out also in the chat, so that would be 6. But
6-0, Bill Rupp. 6-0.
So
I was putting in 100 bets a day. I take a day to fucking spend 14 hours till fucking 10 in the morning writing an article. I don't know if I told you that. And Bill Rupp just comes in and he's like, yo, T, I got this. College basketball's tomorrow. Let me just take the 6-0. 6-0. And I threw one in. I had one play yesterday. One play. Raptors money line, Cavs money line, max bet. 7-0.
I was a little worried about that. A little worried about that Cavs bet yesterday that you took, but I mean they did win.
Yeah. You should have been worried. It fucking went to overtime.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Cavs keep losing. I want them to lose so the Nets move up, but I mean that's another story. Like I said, only 4 games today. Only thing I have so far is Kyrie Irving over 2.5 threes. If you want to put that in, Evan. -1 around 130. So I like him a lot. They've been scoring the last 4 games over 120 points. He's been shooting 11 to 15 threes. He's only got to make 3 of them, and he's been on fire, scoring points. I think he was 5 for 11, and I think he scored 9 threes the other day. So over 2.5, he's been on fire. These days off have just been giving him rest. He's only going to play 4 more games. So he can have a lot of rest in between. Not going to get tired. His legs. Durant played all that time the other day, shot the most shots he's ever shot in his life in the first quarter. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step back on Durant today, and I'm going to go with Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie says, hey, Durant, let me take over today. You did it the other day.
Kind of like you with all the bets yesterday. Like, hey, let me take over today. I got this. I'm going to run the board. Yeah. I appreciate it.
So my main play, Kyrie Irving.
So you're Kyrie and I'm Durant.
Well, if you want to say that.
I mean, that's
well, actually, it would be the other way because I'm vaccinated and you're not. So.
Well, by this analogy, maybe I'm both, and you're like Joe Harris.
Joe Harris hasn't played all season.
Is he still alive?
I don't even know. Where the fuck is Joe Harris? Joe Harris, where the fuck are you?
Where in the world is Joe Harris, San Diego? I mean, I don't fucking know where he is. I forgot.
Kyrie Irving, I think it should be easy hit tonight. I think he should get this number before halftime. If you want to ladder it up to 5 threes, you can even do that too. Kyrie Irving, 5 threes plus 480 if you want to go nuts. Ooh. I mean, I can see that happening too. Ladder it all the way up. Do 3, 4, and 5. Fuck it.
You got to do the ladder, bro.
Yeah. You climb it. As of right now, I can't climb a ladder, and I don't climb a ladder like that.
So. Yeah. But who is it that's afraid of ladders? Oh, my brother. Kurt's so fucking funny. He's afraid of ladders because my mom, I guess, went to a psychic when he was little, when he was like 12 or something. And he asked what she said, and she said that because every time Kurt would go on a ladder, my mom would freak out. My mom was like, why? She's like, I went to a psychic, and the psychic said you were going to fall off a ladder. And since then, fucking 30 years later, Kurt fucking goes on a ladder, like literally, like, and like scared to death, like just so slow. He's afraid to.
When is he going up ladders? Like, what's he doing? Was he fighting fires? Like,
we were talking about the other day. Danny, some psychic said Danny's gonna fucking die in a bar or something, and Kurt was telling him, and he started telling the story about the fucking ladders. But anyway, so what were you saying before that?
No, we were just talking about Kyrie, the laddering Kyrie. So I like Kyrie tonight a lot. I'm all in Kyrie Irving. That game is the first game tonight. It actually, depending on whether that hits early, I mean, all the games are pretty much early. There's no late game in the NBA tonight, which sucks. There's usually a 10 o'clock game. The Suns game starts at 8. So everything's going to be early tonight. Really not much going on, which is good because the NIT is starting, shit like that. Going to go very minimal since we killed it last night in the NBA. Let's just go all in on Kyrie, and that's it.
Okay, that's fine. Someone in the chat said, Tommy, why are you not all over San Diego State instead of Kansas? And that I do like San Diego State. The problem with that is that San Diego State is the defense first team. They're like top 7 in the country in almost every efficiency metric on defense, which is really impressive. That's phenomenal. Like no one does that. But they also play in a conference with a lot of defensive oriented teams. But the problem with that is they're bottom 20% in almost every offensive efficiency statistic. So against a team like Kansas, I think they're going to struggle a little more defensively than they would against a team like Wyoming. So I think Kansas is going to put enough up on them where if you get ahead of San Diego State, they can't catch up. They don't have it. They're not there. They're literally they rank like 260 out of 340 NCAA teams in almost every offensive category. So I just think Kansas is going to be a little too much for them to handle it. But again, this is what we're going to do a live show. So what we have coming up for you guys, let me read you the content schedule, and then we can do some hockey picks from the Bracket Bible from Tommy G. Content schedule coming up at 4 Deep Bets. So we have the March Madness Bracket Bible, which will be out shortly, maybe in the next hour or two, but it's almost done. It's just an edit right now because I write like a fucking gorilla. Stay Cashin show today and tomorrow. So you guys watched it today. We also have it tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to be might have a special guest on here for college basketball. We have Hoffman's March Madness guy dropping for subscribers only. We have the bets for the play-in games that we're going to be giving out on the site. Wednesday, we have a live March Madness voice chat show. We have a staff bracket reveal where we're all going to reveal our bracket, and Bill's going to show us his $10 million bracket so that we could all copy it. We're going to announce a big contest for the subscribers. So if you're a subscriber, we're going to do a $500 bracket challenge contest. So anyone who's subscribed to 4 Deep, all you got to do is fill out a bracket. You're going to have a chance to win your share of the $500.
They're not
we're
beating
going to
me.
do what's that?
They're not going to beat me. So.
All right, if you beat Bill, Bill's going to do a beat Bill Rupp thing too. We're going to have all the playing game bets tomorrow, and then Thursdays when the fun begins. We will be, I would say, between Thursday and Sunday, and this is what separates us from every other company. Not only do we give you the best bets, not only are we the most entertaining, but Bill, if you had to guess how many hours from Thursday at noon to Sunday at midnight we are going to be live in the voice chat, what would you guess? Live in the voice chat, not fucking right. Like literally doing live shows, like the whole, what would you guess?
48 hours, maybe
48
more.
total. So like 12 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say 40, 48. Yeah. Literally. Find me another company. Go sign up at a betting company and go even get 4 to 8 hours talking to the guy who owns the company and gives you the picks and his whole staff. Go find me one company. I'll wait. Go. Find me one. Let alone 48 hours over the course of 4 days. We have no lives. This is all we do. We gamble and we talk to you. That's it. That's who you want to invest in. People with no lives because they care about their subscribers. Let's get some hockey picks out.
Before that, Healy has a play out that we got to give out for NBA. It's going to be Tyus Jones over 20.5 points plus ass tits, minus 120.
Minus ass tits. I love the ass tits. Those are fun. All right. Someone said in the chat, Bill, that they want, please make Bill Rupp read your 15,000 word article to us. I mean, I can't find Bill Rupp. If I tried to find Bill, he just quit. Like, Bill doesn't work for me. He works with me. Like, Bill doesn't need this job. There's a lot of employees that I can fucking crack the whip on. This fucking retard isn't one of them. Trust me. Yeah. Bill quits like every 3 weeks.
I do.
Anyway, what are the hockey plays you guys got before we get out of here?
I got one that I absolutely love tonight. And I usually don't bet a lot of hockey. So I'm going with the Dallas Stars team total over 2.5, minus 140 on DraftKings. I saw it. It's
you want this as an official play on the list?
Yes. I already put it in there.
It's in there.
Put it in today.
It's in there.
Wow.
DraftKings had the best line that I saw. They have, let's see, what do they got? Toronto's missing their goalie today, right, Evan? He is out. And
probably.
Yes, they have some kid from the young hockey league coming up, and he hasn't even been that. Yeah, he hasn't even been that good. And Toronto's missing their best player. And they've been letting up goals. So I like it a lot. Dallas over 2.5. Great bet. You can actually even do 3.5 at plus money if you wanted to.
Are you telling them to
do the ladder? Listen, I'm on the ladder tonight. I mean, because there's not a lot, for outside of college basketball. So, I mean, actually, there's a lot of hockey tonight. So I'm sure Ghost will be busy. And while you're screaming about March Madness and all the games are going on, Ghost
the CBI tournament,
Ghost will come in like at fucking 9:30 and be like, "Let's go, go,
go Blackhawks,
go,
Blackhawks, go."
And then, but all right, I'll be back.
We're back.
And then he just disappears.
Yeah.
So Ghost will have probably a lot of those coming in and out tonight. I see a lot of teams that Ghost likes to bet on the lineup tonight. So you got to join 4D Bets to get Ghost.
40bets.com.
And his great appearance in the voice chat. Go. Yeah. Let's go. Go.
Let's go.
And he jumps in right at the opportune times too, when there's like 25 seconds
left.
left.
There was like fucking like
basketball
2 minutes
game
left in a fucking like all-in basketball game. It goes like, oh, there's a fight in the hockey game, and we're like, what? He's like, you got to see this fight in the hockey game.
No, it was during the actual fight on the UFC. He's like,
yeah,
well, it's probably better than the UFC fight anyway.
Like, who cares about a first period fight in a hockey game? We have fucking college basketball on. We got UFC fight that's fucking going like.
And then later he's like,
but it's a great fight.
The guy who got his ass kicked scored a goal.
Oh, that's great. All right. So anything else here before we get out of here, boys? We'll be back tomorrow. Big March Madness show tomorrow. We're going to go a lot more in depth on the brackets. So stay tuned tonight on Twitter. I will be releasing my bracket Bible, and you guys can go read it to Bill Rupp over the phone throughout the night. Bill, final words.
Well, collect on Tuesday today because of yesterday when we killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then that's about it.
I mean, listen, collect on every day. I mean, the only bad day I think I've had in the last fucking month is this Sunday. I mean, outside of that, it's fucking just collect on every day. That's gonna be the new shirt. Evan Hand.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mike Bunting for this game, by the way. Mike Bunting over half a point. We took this not too long ago, but especially with Matthews out, I think Nylander and Marner and him are going to have to put the team on their back, and he's only a half point, so he's got to get an assist or a goal. I like it a lot. But as for final words, you can see this here. This is a new thing for MyBookie. If you sign up for MyBookie, you can turn $10 into a Bitcoin, so it's always moving, or an NFT, or $100,000 in cash prizes. So if you want to sign up for that, everything is in the description.
MyBookie does a great job with the promos for big events, Super Bowl, the March Madness. So yeah, if you're not signed up at MyBookie, go into the description, sign up, or go to our website and the affiliates page and sign up. But get over there, do a phenomenal job.
Every book, like whatever you belong to, they're all doing promos, guys.
They all suck though. Like,
no, but I'm saying, yeah, but the one on Uncle Danny said the other day, the Gonzaga.
Oh yeah, no, there's odds boosts and shit like that.
Yeah.
But dude, MyBookie's literally doing a $10 bracket pool where you win a Bitcoin, which is worth $40,000.
I'm saying though, but you got to get in on all of these guys.
Right? Yeah, you should take advantage of all of them. Right?
Yeah, and every one of them has a bracket challenge. So don't put. I mean, well, I don't know if you should or you shouldn't. I put a little bit different bracket in each one, and I'm in all of them. Like Bet365 has one, FanDuel has one. They didn't have this before. Now they all have it where you can win $100,000. And then they do it like so you win, and each time you win a game, you get like $5 or $10 too. Yeah. So if you're a $5 or $10 bettor and you pick like Gonzaga or something, they get to the final, you're gonna get like $25 for free. Yeah. So get in on these fucking deals.
Well, our subscribers don't have to worry about that because we got a whole hashtag and we tell them every day where the deals are. So if you're not a subscriber, we're not telling you where the deals are.
Another reason to do it, guys. What other book is telling you guys where the fucking deals are?
I will tell you this, honestly. If you spend even $27 to come on for the week for 7 days, we in the chat alone will find you $300 in free bets this week. That's a guarantee because I already know where they are.
Yep.
You come in, and not even through us. We don't have affiliates with them. Every other book only tout. That's the big thing about us. Every other company only touts the shit they're affiliated with. You ever notice that? And no offense, that Barstool's fucking amazing. But if I was them, I'd do the same thing. It's all Barstool. If you go to, if you watch a show on Fox, sponsored by DraftKings, and they only do DraftKings. This one's sponsored by FanDuel. We don't give a fuck. We got a couple affiliates with a couple books. We got an affiliate with MyBookie. We got an affiliate with BetUS. We got an affiliate with Bada. Affiliate with a bunch. But we're in there. We have a whole hashtag dedicated to Bet365, DraftKings, FanDuel, and MGM. Because you know who our major affiliate is? Our fucking subscribers. We want them to get as much free money as they can. And that's why they're great and happy. So if you guys sign up, we'll give you all the fucking affiliates everywhere. We'll give you all the fucking free money everywhere. And then you don't even need to win any bet. You don't even need to bet. We'll just fucking tell you where they are. Half of them you don't even need to fucking bet. They just give you your money back if you lose. You can throw anything in. But anyway, for Bill Rupp, for Evan Hand, for everyone who's not able to join us tomorrow, March Madness show, 3 p.m. Maybe special guest. I don't know. We'll see. I am Tommy G. I'm tired. I've been up for 14. Never mind. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!